The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We spoke about it yesterday. Channel 9 sports presenter Danica Mason and her wedding being cancelled.
Playing out publicly.
Yeah, 3 weeks. I know we're in part of it too.
Yeah, of course we are.
Yeah, well, she's on the East Coast for all.
Yeah, so if she was local, we wouldn't talk about it. we won't.
We'd be all over it if it was local.
We care too much about our local sports reporters.
We do.
We care deep.
Famously.
So there is a shining light. There is a positive that has come out of her having to cancel her wedding. And that is...
Is it a positive for her?
That is the venue that was to host the nuptials is now trying to find a replacement couple to fill the spot. Let's talk about the Greystone Estate in New South Wales, Hunter Valley.
Okay.
It's about
Lovely
70
place.
north
Hunter Valley now.
Power of Greystone?
70 kilometres. I am He-Man.
I love He-Man.
Yes.
Well done. Great reference.
70 kilometres northwest of Newcastle. They said that they've got a rare opportunity to book the venue for the 27th to the 29th of October.
A vacancy's come up.
Yep. Any last-minute takers will get 50% off the Greystone experience, potentially saving as much as $10,000. Let's go through what you're getting. The Greystone Estate is billed as a stunning private property where the venue can focus on the details so you can focus on your love.
Oh, that's lovely, Nathan.
According to the Hunter Concierge Wedding website, the weekend wedding packages at Greystone Estate cost around $20,000. You get 32 guests staying on site for 2 nights, excluding a drinks and food package.
Okay, right. So this is just for the accommodation. But then presumably you've got to pay for the actual reception.
Yeah, exclusive access to the event spaces, the Air Pavilion, Function Centre, Elfie Bar and Cocktail Space. There is 10 private acres for your special weekend. There's also a function centre for up to 110 guests with its own private bar, as well as an outdoor bar and alfresco area. The gardens and trees are all lit up at night to create a spectacular backdrop, the venue states.
No,
everybody loves a spectacular
can you go back to
backdrop.
the start? So $20,000 you're saying this is the cost for this venue, and you get all of that.
All of that.
But it's not the food and beverage, it's not the reception.
I know, but you get...
But you 32 guests can stay there.
32 guests, and you get the run of the place.
Yes.
And it is obviously good enough for celebrities to have their weddings at. And now that has been halved.
Cheap.
That has been halved now to $10,000.
But the cost of the reception is what's going to get you. Your food, food and beverage, But
the hiring and getting out there, staying there.
But then again, a couple in France just catered their wedding with McDonald's. They got 300 burgers and wraps.
Hunter Valley's
So does
beautiful
it say
place.
where the nearest Macca's is?
There's a nearest Macca's just down the road. That is amazing. And you know what? I don't have a problem with scoring something great off the back of somebody else's misfortune. I really don't.
I mean, you're just the person, you're helping the venue out because they're a unintended victim of this as well. So if you look at it that way, you're being generous by taking up this offer because you're helping the venue out.
But you know what?
Aren't you,
what
Shaun?
a great little story to your wedding. And they go, oh my God, this venue's amazing. And you go, I know. I got it for half price because the last couple called it quits 3 weeks in.
And
what a great story. That's the reason why I got this.
I organised my wedding in 3 weeks.
Within 3 weeks.
I do like the sound of this, and it just reminds me when I was visiting my mate over in Victoria, we went to this surf shop, and there was this surfboard there, and it was half price. It was a $1,000 surfboard, and it was there for $500. And the reason why it was there is because this bloke, Phil, who's in the building game over there, he fell through the roof when he was up doing some roofing stuff and broke his ankles. And so he bought this brand new surfboard, and they put it back on the rack. So when I was over there, I just bought it.
So Phil, who fell through the roof, couldn't use it anymore.
He went straight back.
So then you got the surfboard made.
Serious Surf.
So you got the surfboard that was made for Phil.
Yeah.
For how much?
It was brand new. It was brand new. It was $1,000. I got it for $500. Brand spanking new.
Did Phil think he was never going to surf again?
Well, he broke both of his ankles now.
Yeah,
he was
but
out
they
of business
heal.
for a long time. Mate, you brought a brand new surfboard.
Your surfboard doesn't wear out. No, if you're not using it.
He can still paddle out and paddle in, can't he?
Sounds like you stole
ever.
Phil put it there.
And do you feel bad taking Phil, who now has 2 broken ankles, surfboard for half price? You don't, do you?
No, not at all.
Because it is a score.
Didn't have anything to take home with. That was
we want to know when you scored off of somebody else's misfortune, right? So you got something at an excellent price, but someone else went through some bad stuff.
Yes, because of their misery.
Yeah.
But, you know... Deal's a deal.
This is going to be great. We're going to give somebody the best thing they can score, and that is a family membership to Adventure World,
it.
valued at 580 Australian dollars.
Not for Phil.
No, you got to be quick and grab your
the
discounted
Vanguard.
early bird season pass now at adventureworld.net.au.
All right, did you score something awesome because of someone else's misfortune?
Let's go to Isa.
Hello.
Hi.
Isa. Sorry, we didn't know how to say your name. Hi,
Okay.
Did you manage to benefit from someone else's misfortune?
Yes, back in 2013, we were looking for a house, and the market was really tight, and our budget was not that high as well. So we got into a suburb, and we got into a house. It was so good. Everything was upgraded, and we were told it's about 6 months old.
Yep.
And later on, we found out that apparently the couple who previously owned it called it quits after 6 months and basically decided to have a divorce.
So you
And then-
Unfortunately.
they've had to have a bit of a fire sale to get rid of the assets, I suppose, yeah?
Yeah, so they're liquidating everything, and we're just in the right time at the right opportunity.
That's-
I've
Unfortunately for them, but fortunately for us.
Of course it's fortunate for you.
I've heard of a guy. Many years ago, this guy was telling me that he was buying lots of properties, and one of the focuses he had was finding things like this where divorcees needed to sell.
Well, you know what you do?
And he didn't care about the house itself as long as he got the deal right. Then he would be it would be a benefit to him.
It sounds like it's really financially clever to surround yourself with couples that are about to break up.
What you need to be is a marriage counsellor.
Oh, and
So
then
then you can know the
see
couples
the
that are on the
danger.
rocks. Or you go,
Natalie.
you two just shouldn't be together. I've got your home address.
And
I know
then,
when it's going on the market.
and then you say you usually shouldn't be together. And to be honest, I think you need to separate quickly.
Yes, that's right.
Like,
You need to-
I think you need to, like, the only way for you to both move healthier into life, forward in
is
life, is to get rid of all of your assets, like, tomorrow.
Hey, Isa, what kind of discount do you reckon you got on the property?
I think the market that time is probably around 600, and we probably got it for about 450.
Isa, congratulations!
That's what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, my God, does a sad woman or a sad man drive past sometimes and park out the front and cry?
That was our property.
We haven't noticed anybody, so
No, that's because you're too busy living your life in your cheap house. Well
That
done,
is the
Isa.
best, Isa.
Let's go to, is it Beswell?
Yes, it's Biswell.
Hey, Beswell.
Well,
Getting organised this morning, aren't we?
Now, Beswell, what happened?
Okay, so I was working as a security guard in the shopping centre,
yes.
and a lovely lady, I think she was a new staff member, rocked up at muffin break,
Yes.
but she didn't know that the very next day was going to be a public holiday.
Yes.
And they come in very early, about 3 a.m., and they start baking their all varieties of muffin bread.
Oh, of course.
And then, when she realized the center wasn't going to open because it was a public holiday, she just came in and handed over everything that she had baked. I ate all flavors.
I tell you what,
Beswell, that's the
Beswell,
best I've ever heard.
nothing tastes as good as a free muffin,
Oh,
does
my
it?
God,
A
yes.
free muffin.
You know what tastes better is all the free muffins.
Right place, right time, Beswell.
Coming
well
in on
done.
a long weekend and you forgot.
So,
Imagine that shit.
Basil, how many muffins did you get, do you reckon, in total?
I think 24.
Still eating them. They freeze all right, actually.
Do they? Can you freeze
you
a
can freeze them up.
muffin?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
You can freeze
didn't
a
know you
muffin.
could freeze a muffin.
There you go. Thank you, Beswell. That just brought
is
joy
so
to our
funny.
hearts. Sharon's in Jindalee. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
Sharon. Sharon.
Now, did you benefit off someone else's misfortune?
Yeah, so basically we were going for a new sofa and the girl had saved us absolutely beautiful, and then she just actually found out that her husband was having an affair and she was actually had put on the sofa that we were going to get on labour and been paying it off, and she was so upset and emotional, and because we've been really kind to her, she said she was going to waive her the labour fee and we could have that towards the sofa.
Sharon.
But then there was also
Yeah.
a special on at the time as well, where you got more money off, and then on that day you got a $100 voucher for the store if you bought something.
Yes.
So basically, you got a $1,000 sofa for $100.
$100?
Voucher for the store.
What?
I know.
That's amazing. Well, because the girl who was going to buy the sofa, she just
so
needs an
upset.
occasional chair for one now.
That's right.
I no, poor thing.
The poor
Oh,
thing.
that would have been
What she didn't
heartbreaking.
want was a love scene.
Yeah. Did you tell her that it's going to be so great for you and your lover to curl up on and spend nights together?
I did.
Yeah.
You're a
Got
very
salt in the
faithful
wound.
partner. Sharon, that's too funny. Thank you, everybody.
$100. That's
I
cheap
know.
chips.
That's awesome, isn't it?
Congratulations, everyone.
Well done.
Oh,
A
great.
lot of value in people splitting up.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you should surround yourself with some.
With people whose relationships are on the brink.
Yeah. Twiggy Forrest
Hi,
has got
Sean.
a false. We're hitting new levels, Natalie, in fact. Good ones. Family membership, Adventure World.
Okay.
$580. Be quick and grab your discounted early bird season pass now at adventureworld.net.au. Bears well with the muffins. I think that's the
You got
cracker.
24 muffins.
That's a score.
That's 2 dozen, Nathan.
And to be honest, the first Beswell we've ever spoken
yeah,
to.
agreed. And it was a great
was a
experience.
good- it was a good
We'll do again.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
A columnist named Kimberly Keynes, who's a Canberran native, she came to Perth and tasted our water and was so horrified by what she tasted that she wrote her column about it and said, Perth, I love you, but your water sucks.
Well, are you serious? Have you been to Canberra?
Well, I didn't know this, but I know for a lot of us, people coming and visiting you go, your water's crap.
Yes, between us and Adelaide. It's
Yeah, and we don't know this because it's the water we drink.
don't
And
know
as
any
you know,
better.
here in WA, we take any slight towards us very, very personally.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so we
true.
thought we'd go to the source of this.
Hey, hello.
Water Corporation Head of Water Quality. Welcome to the show, Rachel Miller. Hi,
Hello,
Rachel.
Thank you, Nathan, Nat and Shaun. It's great to be on your show. I think this is the first time interview for me, but I'm a regular listener.
Hey, Rachel. Rachel, do you know that now? Have people told you this before? Visitors, our water is shit. In a nutshell.
They probably don't use that language, but without a doubt, people do notice a difference when you travel around Australia and the water tastes different. I think you get used to the water that you have.
Yes.
Yes.
And so it is definitely something which is a subjective thing based on individual people.
Can I tell you, when I taste our water, I don't taste anything bad. Do you, Sean?
No, I don't. I just get told
you,
by
Nat?
everyone.
Well, I've got complete home
Yes.
filtration, so mine's filtered anyway.
Yeah,
so I
but
don't
you
know if
just recently got that. Before that, do you remember the water tasting?
Yeah, I didn't like it because I grew up with
Right.
rainwater, and so I would refrigerate my water so that it was cold because you didn't notice the taste so much if it was cold.
Yeah,
like
right.
cold.
I guess the question is, Rachel, why is it different here to other places?
Yeah, that's a really, really good question.
Yes.
So, Canberra and Sydney and Melbourne, a lot of their water supply is surface water. It comes from dams, and they have that because they have been able to survive climate change, probably until recent times, although they've had some pretty bad droughts there as well.
Yes.
In Western Australia, particularly Perth, we've had a lot of impacts on climate change, and we haven't been able to rely on rainfall anymore. So we've built different kinds of water sources into our water supply system. That includes groundwater, but that also includes desalinated water and recycled water. So between a mix of surface, ground, desal and recycled water, you're getting a mixture of water sources when you're a person living in Perth.
Wow. As you know, I grew up in Kalgoorlie and...
We just didn't have any.
Well, the water came from the pipeline, so...
So it came from Perth,
So
yeah.
it was basically 18 years of drinking probably half a glass of water, half a glass of rust.
So, Rachel, I presume that specific taste in different places is down to mineral content. Is that what differs?
It is. I love Nathan's story there. Nathan would have been drinking a lot of water from Mundaring Weir.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you actually would have had a surface water coming all the way to Kalgoorlie and feeding the towns and communities along that way, Nathan.
Yeah.
So,
How good would that have been to know if I needed a package from Perth? You could chuck it in the pipeline and I would have got it.
Just wash it
Got
down.
a Mundaring Weir, pushed it in.
Turn the tap on. And it
Turn the
comes
tap
out.
on and my package comes.
the pressure is pretty damn good, so it would have got there quickly.
Faster than Aussie Post.
But it's an example of Kalgoorlie was drinking surface water. Kalgoorlie is now connected to the whole integrated water supply system, the IWSS, because we love our acronyms here at Water Corporation.
Sexy.
Of course you do.
And it receives water from all different sources as well. So, and Nat, you're right. It depends on where you live. So, what the kind of unique mix of water that you're getting. So, people in the hills, for instance, they get a lot of surface water because they're close to those surface water dams.
Yep.
And principally that's their dominant water supply. But if you live in the south parts of Perth, you're receiving a lot of desalinated water because you're closer to the Southern Desal and the Coburn Sound Desal plants, as an example. And people in the northern suburbs have a higher proportion of groundwater in their water supply because the groundwater bores are the dominant water source there. But we can, in Water Corporation, move water around.
Okay.
So we can, if we have an issue with the production bore, we can actually shift
They've got a
water
long
up.
hose, Nathan.
No,
Yeah, we've got a very long hose. That's the IWSS, where we can connect water to different sources. So it's an interesting way and a complex way we operate.
Rachel, can you tell the difference personally from water from
Yes.
the hills or the groundwater and the desal water? Personally, can you do that?
You're the head of water quality. Surely you can taste the difference.
Absolutely can. Yes, we do taste testing panels inside my business unit.
Do you?
Yes, and I can. I grew up in the hills, so I'm from Kalamunda.
Yep.
And I certainly know the difference with the taste of water there.
So wait, the taste testing. The taste testing. Is it like wine? Do you like swallow it around your mouth and spit it out? Or do you just swallow it? What do you do?
Well, we tend to not spit it out. No,
They feel like they're Frank Greens, Nathan.
No, they spit it out. They spit it out. They take it out to the garden.
Good for you.
That's good for you.
Rachel, that's really interesting. Really
It
interesting.
does matter to us, the taste of water.
I got a question. So you're saying it's all about areas and it's the geography of the areas and stuff like that. But I think, granted, don't you think all of us right now think that Peppermint Grove and Netherlands have like
Fancy
a
water?
tap to Mount Franklin? do richer areas have nicer water?
Don't let our secret out, Nathan. No, I'm joking. No. They're basically, the older suburbs, generally the older suburbs are receiving hills water. So because of the way the pipelines have been developed. So it's also about infrastructure and assets and the growth of the city.
Yes.
So,
So the older suburbs have the older...
I think anyone that lives on the river, because you're having such a great life anyway, you should be made to drink river water.
Well, you are drinking out of copper pipes, so you've got that.
You are big time.
I might get in a bit of trouble with that.
Well, Rachel, thank you so much for giving us the insights. She's the head of water quality at the Water Corp, everybody.
Very
Can
interesting.
taste the difference.
And we will put it...
Can I make one little plug?
Yes,
please?
go for it.
Yeah.
Please go to our website if you want any more information. Plus, also, we have a stand at the Royal Show, and it's all about desal.
You have
Oh,
a
stand.
Is your water stand really slammed at the Royal Show? Kids must want to be part of that.
Are you giving water away?
It's not as good as Sideshow Alley, but it's there.
You need to have a water show bag with the kids just walk up with a plastic bag and you just get a hose and pour something in.
What are you charging for
Who
that?
needs Bertie Beetle?
It's the enemy of the fairy floss, that's for sure. Thank you so much, Rachel. Go down and see them at the show.
Get on your rate.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.